as you've all become accustomed, we like to travel in style at MTD Network. So I've got to say a big thank you to Russ and Paul, Dukewell Precision, and Dr. Tony Keating from Keating Supercars for letting me use their car. I might have to give it back, I'm not sure if I can get out of it, but let's go and find out a bit more about it. The man behind the whole project, Dr. Tony Keating. Tony, great way to arrive. Thank you for letting me have the car, is that right?
You're lending it, you're not having it.
But the Berus supercar, tell me about it, please.
Yep, the Berus Supercars, designed, built and manufactured in the National Centre for Motorsport Engineering, which is on the grounds of the Bolton University.
So students are involved in this, so what a great way to get people involved in engineering.
Yeah, I get to pick the best out of the crop. We've got quite a few who are doing sabbaticals with us on this vehicle at the moment in time. We've got a couple of other projects where we're developing electric cars for other people around the world.
Okay, so engineering, dirty, horrible, stuck in a big machine, grimy old machine shop, not the case?
It's great fun. Where people don't, muck and grime are brilliant. That's what makes things fun. You've had a decent day's work if you come back mucky. But if you come to the National Centre, which you've seen, a £13 million building, it's spotless. It's absolutely beautiful there.
It is an immaculate place. But tell me, Keating Supercars, a little bit of background about Keating, your company, and the Berus.
Yeah, so we've been going 10 years. We set up, originally we did our first launch for a prototype at the British Motor Show in 2006 with the TKR. We then took the TKR to America in 2009, and the car did 260.1 mile an hour in El Mirage, and that was on sand.
Fastest production car at the time?
Fastest production car at the time, yeah. So we're hoping to obviously I've got a passion for world records and things like that, so we're going to push for the Berus, a new version which is the S that will go for the world record in September. So we're unsure of locations at the moment in time. We're looking at Houston, obviously Bonneville's on the list, so we're getting really excited about that.
I'd just like to add to my MD that we're going to Bonneville, so our expenses will cover us to come and film that, if that's all right.
Oh, absolutely. He's very good boss you have.
But tell me about the Berus, and that's B-E-R-U-S?
It is, yeah. And there is some discussions whether it's Berus or Berus or Berus, several different things. I think it's designed on a snake, so the Kingsley who designed the vehicle, and it had a theme and it was all the way through, so the car's designed on a snake. So if you look at the front of the car, you can actually see where the shape of the car has come from the snake. And as you see on the top of the car, there's hints of snakes within the vehicle. So on the top tails that help the aerodynamics on the car, they're like a snake sweeping through the sand. So all the way through there's been a theme and things like that, and the headlights as well. The eyelids of a snake have been incorporated in 3D into the vehicle. So there's lots of things, and there's a good theme going on with the vehicle.
Okay, so yeah, it's a great vehicle. I've checked out the stereo, the air conditioning, but tell me a bit more about speed and things like that and coefficient of drag.
Yeah, the coefficient of drag is 0.22. So if you look at a Formula One car, that's at 1. But the reason why it's high is obviously because of the wheels and the wind resistance, and they're going in the opposite direction. A car.
So less than a Formula One car, just to clarify.
It is, yeah, 50%. So and then we're up, 70%. So we're up to a similar car would be a Ferrari, Lamborghini, and
like my car at home then.
That's exactly right. So we're probably one of the best cars for coefficient of drag. So we've used a lot of scale model wind tunnel testing, and we do full scale wind tunnel testing as well.
Okay, now involvement of Dukewell Precision, Russ and Paul, they've been closely involved with the project?
Absolutely, and to work with a company can do fast turnaround, and they'll do 24 hours. These guys really pull out the stops. We've got a patent pending on our hinge that Russ and Paul have helped us both on.
When you say the hinge, the door?
Correct. So we use a piston system that pushes the door out, and in one movement, no other company does this, and the movement of the door hinges out and in. So
don't give too many secrets, because people are trying to copy it.
Or let them. On the other things they've helped us with is the full suspension system, yeah, and they've helped us with the frame as well, because it's a hybrid chassis. So we use a cold-drawn steel space frame chassis, which is used in FIA and racing and things like that. And then we have a carbon composite hybrid inner panels in, so it's using both the strengths and weaknesses that others I'm building up on how to improve the chassis.
Okay, so we know the coefficient of drag, brake horsepower, top speed.
Yeah, so we've got several different models, so we go from 600 brake horsepower all the way up to 2,500 brake horsepower.
2,500?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. It's not horsepower that wins races, it's torque. So we're at the current time we're up to 1,250 foot-pound of torque. So we can produce quite a lot of torque, and that's what we're after, is more the torque and things like that. The horsepower is great, but it doesn't win races. It's torque that wins races.
And this has all been done, obviously by Keating Supercars, but with the involvement of UCME as well.
So the Bolton University have helped us on with everything to do with the car. So they helped us on some of the engineering, some things like aerodynamics. We got involved. We had a day with Professor William Towett. He's one of the highest rated aerodynamicists in the world. So
that's a good name, Towett, for a car.
Yeah, absolutely. So Willem's helped with some of the stuff, giving us some advice and pointers and things like that to improve the aerodynamics on the car, which has been really great fun.
Now, I mean, just overall, it's a great testimony. Keating Supercars manufacturing in the UK, Dukewell Precision, who are a relatively new engineering company, but also engineering and students in the UK.
That's it. Russ and Paul both have a really positive attitude. They've had students down there helping them and things like that. And the university's trying to get students who are work ready. So when they're out there, nobody wants somebody that's highly qualified. They need to train. You want somebody to hit the ground running, and that's where Russ and Paul have been helping out as well.
And I understand if they pass their degree, they get one of these cars as part of the.
It's going to push production figures up, but not going to help any profits.
Tony, great finding out about the car. We look forward to seeing it when it goes for the launch and also the runs over in America, possibly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be America.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.